Today we are going to be talking about the shot, the one that helps you lose unwanted stuff on your body. I've had videos before that are not shown as far whenever I, for some reason, say the name of the shot. So we're going to be talking about that and how to best take this so that you are actually successful with it. Some people have claimed that they haven't been very successful with it. Most people are extremely successful when it comes to losing weight, but most people don't realize, whether at the start or maybe they'll realize after it's all said and done, that they don't just want to lose weight, they want to lose body fat. And that is the main goal, is to lose, hopefully, as much body fat as possible without sparing, or sorry, while sparing your muscle, without losing all your muscle and therefore slowing down your metabolism. I have heard certain instances where people have lost a bunch of weight, and obviously it was too fast, and a very small percentage of it, like less than half, was actually body fat. And so by the end, they have a much slower metabolism. They lost a bunch of muscle, and now they either have to eat like a bird, continue to take the shot forever, so that they can eat like a bird, or just be willing to gain the weight back. So you don't have to gain the weight back. I really believe that this is the future of helping you to lose your body fat and get healthier and live longer and yes, look better. And so I'm going to go through these four very important points, all equally. I wouldn't say all equally important. Top two are definitely very important. Man, but number three and four are important as well. So we're just going to dive right on into it. So calories and protein. So first, you have to make sure that you're eating enough. Which we're gonna, as we go through this video, you're gonna see how they all kind of fit together. You might be like, well, I can't eat enough, and we're gonna hopefully solve that here as well. But first, you have to make sure that you're eating enough, and that is enough micronutrients. So you have to be getting your fruits and vegetables still, even though they're very filling. And so that is kind of like on number three. We're going to be talking a little bit more about that, but you got to be getting your fruits and vegetables, probably taking a multivitamin just to make sure to fill in any gaps. But then, of course, you have to be eating enough calories. If you went from eating 3,000 calories a day, or whatever it was, 2,800, 2,400, and that got you to a point where you need to take this shot, and then you drastically reduce your calories to 800 because this thing's causing you not to eat a whole lot, you are going to wither away. Of course, you're going to lose a bunch of muscle with it. And so all the headlines that are talking about, like, how this isn't good for us because most of what's being lost, or at least a high percentage of what's being lost, is muscle mass, lean tissue. Yes, that's true, but it's because no one is using this correctly. They're just being given this like it's medication that you take without the lifestyle interventions that go with it. And I hate to say it, I wish there was something. Maybe one day there will be something that you don't have to have lifestyle interventions, but you do have to change some things. It's very, I wouldn't say it's easy. I don't want to say it's easy because I've never experienced it. It sounds far easier to do this um, whenever you are taking the shot, to change these lifestyle interventions. That's what we're going to be going through. So calories and protein, you have to be making sure to get enough. And then what you're getting, let's say that, to lose weight, you need to be eating 1,500 calories a day, and you'd lose roughly 1 pound of body fat a week. This shot is going to make it easier to do that. But of those 1,500 calories, let me pull up my calculator real quick. Of those 1,500 calories, roughly, somewhere between 450 of that should be protein. And that's like minimum. That's for like 130, 140 pound person looking to get down to like 115. So if you have a lot more body fat to lose, you're probably carrying more muscle as well. You're gonna need more protein. So just be making sure to get somewhere around 1 gram per pound of body weight of protein. And then if you have a lot of weight to lose, probably something more like 1 gram per pound of like ideal weight. So let's say you're, I don't know, 300 pounds, and you're looking to get down to, a great goal for you would be 150. You're like, but I kind of just want to shoot for 200 at first, or whatever, whatever's in your head. If 150 is like your ideal weight, I might go something like 180 grams of protein or 170 grams of protein. You don't need 300 grams of protein. I mean, that would make it hard to be in a calorie deficit just by itself, because you're going to need the other macronutrients as well. So make sure you're getting enough calories and enough protein. Again, though, you might be saying, you know what, we'll skip around. I put these in order. But you might be saying, or I put these in no particular order, so we're going to skip around. So you might be saying, well, I can't eat enough. Like I'm full. And if I eat, I get sick. Like if I eat more, I get sick. So we're going to be talking about clean food. So one thing that might be a challenge is eating enough calories while eating clean food. I'm not encouraging you to eat junk food, but don't be afraid to throw a little bit of, higher fat items in there. I don't know, peanut butter or something that leans towards healthy, but you just don't want to overconsume it. So logging your food is going to be one of your best friends, to make sure that you're not accidentally consuming too much or too little. In this case, I can't believe that's a potential problem. That's kind of a good problem to have, an interesting problem to navigate, and that's what this video is about: is eating too little, kind of on this shot. So getting enough clean food, or sorry, getting enough food. And if it is clean food, it might be kind of hard to do. If you're eating, imagine trying to get your 1,500 calories purely in salad. That would be difficult. If you had chicken breast and egg whites in a salad, that would be really hard to get enough calories. So, you know, I think you should be willing to let yourself eat some, foods that might be considered not as healthy throughout the day as well, but mostly healthy foods. Sticking to those healthy, because one day whenever you do get off this shot, you're going to want the habits that you instilled, and pizza isn't going to fill you up whenever you're off the shot. It kind of just brings up a side. I have an awesome free resource for you that is called the 30-Day Shape Up Challenge. It's 30 days of 4 habits that I run my clients through that is going to help you get a great start to your fat loss journey. And there's a bonus 5th habit in case you fall off the wagon at all. All my clients love it, and it's free. So just scan this QR code here or click the link in the description, and I'll send that straight to your email. No, people have complained about, getting sick on the pill, and that is certainly, the shot. That is certainly, a problem. I'm not saying that it's completely, made up or anything. But imagine eating 2 full pizzas. You might get sick. Probably would be feeling nauseous and be feeling sick. Well, the shot now makes it to where, 2 slices of pizza is kind of equivalent to eating a whole pizza or whatever. It just makes you feel full because gastric emptying is slowed. So your stomach is literally just fuller. So it's no wonder that people feel sick. So just take that as like a side note. It's not really, I don't think as much of it is the shot as people are making it out to be. I think it is, or as people might think. I think it is that they are just not realizing that I can't eat pizza anymore because it's so high in calories and it just sits in my stomach. So you got to eat cleaner food. But again, it might be hard if it's too voluminous. If it's a salad, just a lot of food for the same number of calories. So you might need to add in some higher fat things such as avocado, peanut butter, peanuts as a snack or something, almonds, things like that to get your calories up and make sure that you're eating enough calories. You're not going to waste away and lose that muscle mass. So that was number 3, which I know makes no sense, but that seemed to go together. So now we're going to talk about number 2, exercise. So very important. You got to give your body a reason to keep your muscle. If you were just simply, if you were here and this is how much you were eating that's gotten you to this level, and now you're eating here and your body will one day be at this level, meaning you've lost the body fat, you will of course lose muscle with it if you are not giving it some sort of reason to keep it. Reason number 1 is the protein. You're getting enough protein that it doesn't need to take from your muscle. So that's reason number 1. It's a good signal. But reason number 2 is that you are lifting weights. That is very important. This is one of the few instances that if I had to have a person pick between weightlifting and cardio, I would go, there is no world that I think a person should only 100% weightlift, or that they literally have no time to do a little bit of cardio. But this is the instance where I would say if you had to choose between 100% lifting, 100% cardio in some imaginary world, you would go 100% lifting, because you've got to give your body a signal to keep the muscle. And so I'll give you just a few lifting tips here. 2 to 3 times a week, total body would be all that you would need. If you want to lift more, it's going to help. A little bit more volume is going to help. So that would be like an upper lower body split. So Monday might be upper body, Tuesday would be lower body, Wednesday might be, cardio or a day off, Thursday upper body, and Friday lower body. So then you're hitting your whole body twice a week, but you're going in the gym 4 times a week, giving, even more signals to keep that muscle. But 2 to 3 times a week would be all that you would need. If you're trying to go for the minimum, you're just trying to keep your muscle, that's all I want to do, then 2 times a week, total body. I would say like 4 sets per body part would be what you'd want to build up to. Start with 2 the very next week. If you're not super sore, go to 3 the very next week. If you're not super sore, go to 4. And that would be 8 sets per week per body part. Your workouts will be on the longer end, but you're only going twice a week, and you're going to be keeping all your muscle. You're going to be losing weight via eating reduced calories, but as long as you're getting enough protein and you're doing what I just said there, 4 sets, even 3 sets would be okay. I just would rather see 4. But 3, if we're talking minimums here, 2 times a week, 3 sets per body part. That's chest, back, shoulders. I would even include biceps, triceps, quads, the front of the legs, the back of the legs, hamstrings. I would throw in glutes. As much work as you can. So I guess you could skip glutes, but because you're doing that in squats probably. But anyways, I'm getting off on a different path. So 2 to 3 times a week, 3 sets per body part, and just make sure that each set, since you're in there a limited amount of time, is hard. You want to be one of the biggest mistakes that I see that people go in the gym make is year after year they go in and they're lifting like the same weights. They're lifting, the same. It doesn't look, the first rep looks just as hard as the 12th rep. You want to be lifting hard. I think a good rule of thumb is if you're not like a serious like lifter and you're training to failure, ideally you'd be training almost all of these sets to failure because you're only going, 6 sets a week. Or at least you'd be getting really, really close to failure, meaning you literally can't lift the weight anymore. You're curling it up and you failed the lift and now your bicep is done. You went to failure. So you'd be getting within like 1 or 2 reps of failure, really, really close. But you're at least looking for, and this is the minimum, but it is still very good for the reps I call them sticky reps, for the reps to get challenging. So, as you're doing a bench press, rep 1 might just look like this, and then 2, and then as you get to rep 13, 14, 15, they might slow down a little bit. You're looking for sticky reps, slower reps. If you're giving it your actual good effort, don't fake it to yourself. No one cares if you're lying to yourself. So don't fake it. But wait until those reps get a little bit sticky, and you at least know you're within like 4 to 5 reps of failure, and that'll be a decent starting point, especially if you've never lifted before. So that is exercise. Make sure to be lifting. Lift intensely, 2 to 3 times a week, 3 to 4 sets per body part. That is going to cover your bases on exercise. And then let's talk real quick. Please be doing cardio if you can. I know the goal is to lose fat in this video. That's why you're here. Technically with the shot, you don't need to lose, you don't need cardio to lose the fat because you're just eating less. And if you follow these things, yes, you're going to keep your muscle. And so all that is going to be productive for you, but you still have your heart to think about. You don't want to die, an early death or, in your 60s because you weren't thinking about your heart and lungs and your cardiovascular system. You lost all the weight and that's great, but now you're gone. And it is kind of, stressful on the body to be losing weight, to be in a calorie deficit. It's a little bit stressful at least. And so give your heart the best fighting chance and make sure to be exercising it. It also will help you with weight loss. I mean, of course, it's going to help a whole lot. So if you could do 2 to 3 days a week on top of that of cardio, that's going to be helping. But that is a good segue into number 4, which is the dose. So the dose is very important. What I've been finding, I'm not a personal trainer that likes to, doctor bash. I'm not trying to, say that doctors, they're obviously smarter than me, okay? But I'm just saying, I find that a lot of doctors are just kind of like giving the shot out, and, a person actually needs it, but they'll just put him at, 1.75, milligrams or whatever it is. I know there's like 0.25, 0.5, and I've seen the little cases. Can't remember if I think it's milligrams, but who knows? Different dosages. What I feel like should be happening, and again, who am I? But I feel like what should be happening is everyone starts at 0.25 and they see if that is enough to lower you should be able to find a dose that allows you to lower your calories to where you want them, not below where you want them. So if you're a female, getting anything below 1,200 calories is usually going to be, not the best place to be. I mean, if you get very little movement, there is exceptions, I guess, but you need your micronutrients, you need your literal nutrients, and you have to get that by eating. So if the shot allows you to eat 1,000 calories, sure, you'll lose weight faster, but you're going to waste away. You're going to lose that muscle. You're not going to be as healthy. You're going to be probably in some vitamin deficiencies and stuff. So starting at 0.25, and then if that doesn't get you, down to where you feel like your hunger is manageable, going to 0.5, going to 0.75. I don't think there is a 0.75, or 1 or whatever, just going up the chain in terms of dosages, allowing you to get to that perfect spot. You don't want to, and I know you're probably like, yes, I do, but I promise in the end you will realize you don't want to lose weight as fast as possible. You want to lose weight at the good rate. And if you're lifting, you might actually gain a little bit of muscle. I haven't looked much into, I haven't seen a whole lot of research. It hasn't been long enough that this shot has been out, or these shots, there's like a lot of them. Um, and seeing, can a person actually build muscle? If they do this slow enough in the right way, can a person build muscle? I think this shot should, and if you're still in this video, this is going to be a golden nugget for you, I think. So please take this to heart. If you can find a dose and an exercise regimen and protein, calories, you're doing all this stuff. You're eating clean, mostly clean food. You're eating some higher fat foods in order to get your calories. If you can find a spot where you're like, I'm comfortable, like I'm losing weight, it's slow and steady. I don't feel all the food noise, like I'm thinking about food a lot. I'm not hungry, I'm not starving, but I'm satisfied and I'm still losing weight. I mean, what a great spot that is. To be slowly and steadily losing weight, not losing your muscle, and not thinking so much about food and the difficulties of dieting. That would be a great place to be. And I would love if this shot was used for that. Instead of let's put us on 1.75 dose and lose weight as fast as possible, let's put us on a 0.25 dose and let's see if that leads to 1 pound of weight loss per week, or half a pound's a little too slow, but 1.5 pounds of weight loss per week, that'd be fine too. 2 pounds of weight loss a week if a person has, a lot of weight to lose, that would be fine as well.